there are a few things here that link connection to growth. There is psychology of social influence, how our environment shapes us. Like, I'm looking at this of how the environment, how we treat, literally, people keep saying that the environment shapes us, but most times, I think we shape the environment.
Yes.
Because this environment we are talking about, it's us.
Yes.
Like, what you're doing in this environment is shaping you.
Yes.
Okay, I don't want to go deep into that. But yeah, there's growth through mentorship, friendship, and professional relationships. I believe I've heard so many people say the word mentorship. There's something I believe in that about mentoring. I think it's supposed to be a single person at a time. Mentoring so many people with some okay, this is my own view, but there are people who are really gifted at doing it for so many people at a go. I feel like we are different. And if really you are mentoring someone who has depression, and then this one has OCD, this one has bipolar, so this you also have your own things. So it's connection. Okay, I'm talking about mentoring. Mentoring would become, you may never connect with these people at that point, that level, because you have to have an art of switching to every mental emotion of that person. Because you remember, you cannot treat a person with OCD the same way you treat someone with bipolar. Okay, this is Abazungu things, but I'm just saying you could actually relate to what you're going through today, that someone who has lost a parent can't be treated the same way as somebody who has just been abused. You understand? So these are different people. So there's a connection there that is, okay, that is just me thinking out loud about mentoring. So, but here it says go through mentorship, friendships, and professional relationship. So I believe we can get connected for literally growth, because this is growth. Because when you're being mentored, you're growing in something where there. So there's a connection there. There's professional relationships at work. One person can lead you to your lifetime career. Someone can push you to your...
Speaking of that, let me just add on to what you said, and this is a life's experience example. So during my early years after university, I think I had a job while I was still at uni, and then after I left that job, and then I got a different job. I had I had my papers that would qualify me, but I had not yet got the opportunity of working in a corporate environment.
Yes.
I was still, of course, looking for a job, but I had just left a job, and then I was jobless at that time. So my sister, her husband has a shop in town. Yeah, downtown.
Yes.
So, instead of staying home and all that, because remember, I was jobless, I had just left my other job. So,
Yes.
I was working in town, downtown, in that shop. And then here came some man who actually is my mentor to date. Okay? And this also speaks to what I said earlier. I knew I was there, but I knew that was not the end of me. Okay? I had a picture of what I wanted my life to be, much as I was not there yet, but I knew, okay, this is just like a stepping stone for me. So everything I did in that area was literally matching where I wanted to go. I would dress up nicely, go to that shop, do whatever I'm supposed to do, read, write, do different things. So One fruitful day, this gentleman comes to buy a few things from our shop, and he was in shock to see me in that environment. I remember him asking me, "What are you doing here? You're supposed to be in some office." And I told him, "Yeah, I've been actually looking for a job, but I've not been lucky." So he tells me, "Are you qualified in anything?"
Yes.
So I tell him. So he tells me, "Share your CV with me." Just like that, I did. Long story short, I was called for interviews, I was shortlisted, I did a number of them, I got that job. What does that mean? If I had let the environment that I was in define me, okay, the growth I needed, or what I needed in my life, wouldn't have seen me. I would be invisible. Okay, and that is how I joined the corporate world. And from that day, because he saw potential in me, he started mentoring me to a person I am today. So our environment speak a lot.
A lot.
Yes, speak a lot. And just sorry to pass you short.
It's okay.
They do speak a lot, but we shouldn't be confined. We shouldn't be defined.
And people take friendships for granted. I know they have their own downs and but friendships are very important.
Very important. It's actually a gift from God.
Yes, they are very. Do you know your own family member can fail to connect you to a job?
Yeah.
And a random person you met somewhere, they're in there fighting for you, like speaking so good of you. They're in a room full of opportunities and your name is actually being mentioned with no intentions of like, if I get you this job, you have to pay me. No. They're like literally doing the most. On that point, I have like, let me say this, then you can say. There's a science behind how deep connections enhance emotional intelligence. This is scientific, but I picked something from it. However, you see when people keep saying those ones. Those people have connections. I almost said it in Uganda. Like those people have connections. Like you have a job and someone imagines that you have a connection. So there's a way these connections like enhance our emotional intelligence. You know that if I need this, in your mind, it already tells you, I'm going to do this. Like how you met Sam today. And you immediately spoke about it. Like he told you, like it was so easy. He told you exactly what you need to do and how you can do. I don't think when you were coming from home, you knew that you'd find somebody you'll have to talk about that book today. So I feel like there's a way these connections enhance our emotional intelligence, let me call it that you have, what do they call it? You have a crutch to the next level. There's a bit of confidence, if I need this, I'll talk to so-and-so. If I need this, I'll talk to so-and-so. So someone who has no connection with a place will approach it different for someone who has somebody there. Because yesterday my sister and I went late to the awards. So they read her when she wasn't there. So I said something and they all laughed and I'm like, can they read your name again? Who do I have to talk to? Like, you've had people use that when they get into a place, like, who do I talk to? Because there's that, like, the moment you talk to somebody. So imagine if you're talking to someone, you're talking to someone here you don't know, like you're asking, but imagine if you had someone you actually know, you're like, oh, Julie works at Internal Affairs. I need this done. There's that confidence in you that if I want it, like things fall easy for you. So, and I think we all, okay, as human beings, we like easy things. It is so comforting and relaxing when you know that something is going to fall easy for you. Not in liking things easy, but practically. If you know something is going to be easy, you don't stress. If you are on your way rushing to work and they tell you the office will open at 1, do you realize the sense of ease that you have? You're like, okay, I can now. So
Yeah, so in brief, you're trying to, the power of connections, the power of friendships,
knowing somebody somewhere. Because me, the only way I would actually define connection is knowing somebody who knows somebody.
Yeah.
Because I may not be able to plait your hair, but I may know someone.
Yes, that's true, and there's how it makes our life easy. But again, just knowing someone and having connections and all that is not enough, because truly, I'll give an example. Maybe I know so many people.
Yeah.
Maybe you're looking for a job.
Yes.
Maybe you need support in a certain area, and I know I have the right people to help you.
Yes.
But if you cannot sustain
that connection,
I'm
coming right there. I am coming to that part because we tend to take for granted these connections.
Yes.
Because you know me at a certain level. You think, you call me and you're like, my child is coming to internal affairs. Can you help her? You're not even asking me how my schedule is. Like, some of us take for granted. We don't know how to maintain. If someone has done for you something, it's not even paying back. Do something much. Like, appreciate. So that this person feels the need to do something bigger for you next time, or to keep that. If they come to you, don't say you're busy, because when you went to them, they did not say that. So imagine if they said that.
Sure, very true. But also, even as the people, okay, who benefit from the connections that we have, we shouldn't take them for granted at all. We shouldn't take them for granted.
It's a mistake.
I'm sorry, I'm going to dwell so much about employment. Julie, I have seen this in so many offices, and unfortunately, even some even where the companies we've worked with, or something like that, because my mother knows the CEO.
Yeah.
My mother politely talks to the CEO, and then the CEO gives me a position. But because I know the CEO is friends with my mother, doesn't mean that you don't have to do anything about jobs. You don't have to do your job. You go to offices and people, like, they don't even put in any effort. Okay? You joined as, sorry to use this example, as maybe an HR manager.
Yes.
Okay? You don't have the qualifications. You got that job because of a connection.
Yeah.
But you're here.
You're not even working towards being
exactly, you're paid, but you're not doing anything about it. You don't put in any effort to go back to school. You come in late. You literally you've not invested in yourself to match what the connection did for you. You take it for granted. And that is how, I'm sorry to say this, but that's how you find people saying, or you can't tomugambako because they know guamani, you get on top. They take it for granted, and then how can I say it? You see, like how you go to guide them directly.
Other people, they let other people feel like,
yeah, like
you are above there. They cannot even tell you to do something because of the connection you have.
Yes, but then they also make, the people who put in effort, people who go back to school and they work so tirelessly, it's demotivating.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I hold maybe a master's in something, but someone without any qualification is doing the job I'm supposed to do. By luck, God has granted you with people who, are in bigger positions. You have the connections, but don't you just take it for granted?
Hey, you have reminded me. There's a connection I need to text today and ask for a favor. Honestly, it's true. Let me tell you a story. Brief story of how I got my internship in a certain place. I woke up in the morning. I remember my aunt had a knee surgery, and for her, she was working. They were her clients, that company. So, and it's an institution that doesn't give internships like that. So I woke up. They had a conference at a certain hotel. So my aunt was actually presenting. So she was coming in to check on how they do their work and all that. So that day I already had intern somewhere else. So not okay like. So I go. I was searching for internship for a long time. I walked into almost every building in this country for internship. But I couldn't get it because our internship schedules at university were complicated. Some people, the time they gave internship was different from when our university actually let us do internship. So I go with my aunt. I was carrying her bag because she was using a crutch. Clutch, yeah. So we go. We enter the parking. She's like, oh, she calls her name. She's like, how are you? Then the lady asks, oh, is she your daughter? She's like, yes, she's my daughter. Can't you give her internship at your place, at your workplace? She's like, yeah, let her come in tomorrow. So I get my papers the next. I didn't even do application one. I get in. Let's go there. I remember I had gone to that company before. The receptionists were really rude. But that day when I went and I had to sit with them, they were so nice. They were so nice, and I noticed everyone who came to the reception kept asking, oh, your man or honey? So because the place, like, everyone asking whose child, because they don't give internship place. So there's a favor that connection put on my life, and I did my job. Because you see, even with that connection, I could have come, internship. People would leave us midday, you come at me. So I'll do my work. Even when I left early, because I remember that's when I even started going to act and stuff. When I would leave early, I would be so scared to ask for permission to go. And like, people would think I'm taking advantage. People would think because now everyone knew my aunt's name. So everyone will be saying, ha, your man, like, hey, but I wasn't someone's daughter in that company. I took my connection. Okay, let me take it out of, let me bring in favor now. I did not take that favor that God placed on my life for granted.
For granted, yes.
I did my job. And one way to win favor at your workplace is do your job well.
Yes.
It's very
do your job.
Do your job well. And when you're trying to do your job, know that there are people who are going to actually make it hard for you. But stick on it. And know, because also I'm not going to tell you to do your job well and you let other people walk over you because you're trying to do. Stand your ground. Know what is right. Speak up when something doesn't seem fair. Because I think I've struggled with it. Like standing up to, I don't like having confrontation or conversations like where I have to tell somebody, you're doing this to me and I don't like it. Sometimes I just brush it off. But do your job well.
Do your job. Yeah, you're right. We should stop taking things for granted. It's a disease, that entitlement. No.
The CEO eats at my place. Who cares? Where you are right now is a place with people with different mindsets.
People counting on you.
And you also what you do also degrades the other person's ability among these are their employees. People will go out there and start bad-mouthing this company, saying that they hire people they know. There are things that people do at work and you're like, why did they do that?
Yeah.
Why are you I've seen people speak to people really and it's hurtful. You're like, why are you talking to that person, your child at home? They are not your kid. So because you got a job through this person,
Yeah.
Be humble, maintain it. Because this is how you're coming to this job, and you're going to get somebody to take you to your next.
Yeah.
Because sorry, I'm speaking too much.
No, it's okay.
It's emotion, but it is like, can I say that your next job is at the current job you're in? Or it is with the person you're seated next
to, yes.
Because we tend to think, because I have a connection in this company, I don't need y'all. And yet, this connection you have in this company ends here. They don't have a hand in another company.
They don't.
Because that connection, the connection the other side will not help you like this.
Yes.
There's like levels to this thing. Like, this one may know your mother, but the other person doesn't know your mother. This one will recommend you, but the other one might be also having a mother who has a child who is in your same position. So it's always good to be kind to one another.